Alright, so here's the update where I'm at right now with this. This is the, basically the L that I'm creating. Okay? What I've done is I've taken a piece of strip wood, okay, and I've drilled a series of holes, as you can see, through, and what I did was I lined it up with this right here, and I lined it up, and I brought it down. And then I adjusted, as you can see in the styrofoam here, I brought it to with the holes and stuff, I was able to slide it. And I brought it to the levels of where I want it. I made the pillars out of 3 separate sticks, sometimes 4 in some cases. I'll use this one as an example here. This, I took 1 stick, as you can see, that I got at a craft store, and I took 3, they're like square sticks, and I wrapped a rubber band around it and I taped it. And then I took basically the ash, I got wet ash and put it on there, used a little bit of hairspray, sprayed it, and it stuck pretty well. I took some paint and I painted this color of concrete. As you can see, it came out pretty decent. Then I glued it in both spots, top, bottom, and then I glued a stick to it right here. Now what I'm doing is I'm creating the sort of, it's like the piece that goes along the top. So as you can see it, see how it's sort of like a U. I got them on 2 is what I'm doing. And what I used to do that was blinds. I had a pair of blinds that I don't use, and I made this here. This here is going to be the side of it. It's rather long, so I had to basically, go from there. Alright. Okay, so what I did was, what these pieces are going to be at this point, okay, as I brought the trestle down, this here, this blind, is going to go along the side, just like this, okay? And basically that's going to be that piece, and the rail will of course sit on top, as you already all know. And that's what that's going to look like. Now how I created this was rather interesting, and it worked, which rarely it ever does. I took a rail, just like this, okay, and I counted out 5, so I layered it out, or basically I just numbered it, okay? So the picture showed that an L basically has, in between is 5. So you got, as soon as I did that, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So and then I took, I'll show you. I came up here, and I had some really old track, okay, as you can tell, this is track, really old. And I tore out the middle piece here, okay, tore this piece out, came down here, pair of scissors, okay, and I cut each one of them out, and basically here is in between, this is this right here, and then I took the blind, okay, flattened it out, measured out 5, so I did, of course the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, took glue and glued each one of them, boom, okay. And then I went all the way across, and then what I did was I got my paint, which I have here, the cement colored paint, and I painted them, obviously. Now let me show you what I use for weathering. These things here I use for weathering. This here is liquid graphite, okay? It comes out like this really interesting blackish color. And then I went along each one of them with liquid graphite. Now what I'm going to do after that point is I am going to, of course, use the powder pastels, and I'm going to weather it accordingly. I'm not done at this point. I'm still creating these pieces here that have to go underneath. Just use the glue, and basically it's blinds. What I did was I made a template. Now if you don't know what I mean by blinds, let me show you. Okay, they're standard window treatments. Most people have them in their house as blinds. So they basically go along the window, and you can open and close them, and they're very pliable. You know, when you can bend them flat or you can use them whatever you want to do. But to turn this into that, it was an idea that I had and it frickin' worked. And I'm quite ecstatic about that.